Good evening and welcome back. We'll now have the special board meeting for June 20th, 2023. Before we call tonight's meeting to order, Dr. McGarry, for the last time, would you please outline the public participation procedure, sir?
Yes, since this is a legislative action meeting, it's comment only. Those who are in person can come to the microphone, provide a comment on a specific report, and make sure that that report's known. Provide your name, address, and again, the report they'd like to comment on, and the comment will become part of the record. If you're virtual, you can send in board comments, up@rbsd.org, name, address, and the specific report item, and you can phone it in at 610-789-7200, extension 2000. Again, please signify the exact report you'd like to comment on, and the board will take that into consideration before moving forward.
Thank you, Dr. McGarry. The special meeting shall come to order. All board members previously polled are still present. The district posted this evening's agenda to board docs at least 24 hours prior to the commencement of this meeting. Is there a motion to approve that previously posted agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Are there any amendments to offer?
Yes, there's one amendment. We are asking the board to amend the agenda tonight to include a use of facilities report. It's actually related to an event for July 4th. So from a timing perspective, our two options were to have it added to the board for approval beforehand versus a retroactive in August for a July 4th event. We felt the need that the information came through today. We wanted to make sure that that was before the board for a vote.
Understood. Will anyone move to add that described item to the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
The agenda with the approved amendment has been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please signify by saying aye opposed and state your name for the record. Those abstaining, please signify by saying aye abstain and state your name for the record. The motion carried. The instruction and curriculum report. Vice President Director Fields.
The instruction and curriculum report is in the hands of each board member and has been made available to the public. I move for its adoption.
Second.
Thank you. Are there any comments from the board? Are there any comments from the public? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please signify by saying aye opposed and state your name for the record. Those abstaining, please signify by saying aye abstain and state your name for the record. The motion carried. The personnel report, Director Mitchell.
Thank you, President Brown. The personnel report is in the hands of each board member and has been made available to the public. But before I move for its adoption, I just want to recognize that Macy Bassam is in the room tonight, and she is going from an instructional coach to the esteemed assistant principal of Beverly Hills Middle School, and we're so excited that you're going to be doing that. And I do not think that Mr. Papa George is here, but he is going from the assistant principal at Walter Sankow to assistant principal at Drexel Hill Middle School. So thank you for what you're going to be doing at our middle schools. We're so excited. And that is all I have for tonight. So with all that being said, I move for its adoption.
Thank you, Director Mitchell. Was it seconded? Okay. Are there any comments from the board? Are there any comments from the public?
Who second?
Okay. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, please signify by saying aye opposed and state your name for the record. Those abstaining, please signify by saying aye abstain and state your name for the record. The motion carried. The Finance and Budget Report, Dr. Haig.
Thank you, President Brown. The Finance and Budget Report is in the hands of each board member and has been made available to the public. I move for its adoption.
Second.
Thank you. Are there any comments from the board? Are there any comments from the public? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please signify by saying aye opposed and state your name for the record. Those abstaining, please signify by saying aye abstain and state your name for the record. The motion carried. The Use of Facilities Report, Director Murphy Morrissey.
The use of facilities report are in the hands of each board member and have been made available to the public. I move for their adoption.
Second.
Thank you. Are there any comments from the board? Are there any comments from the public? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please signify by saying aye opposed and state your name for the record. Those abstaining, please signify by saying aye abstain and state your name for the record. The motion carried. We are now at the time for the public hearing. We will read both emailed and phone comments, which are subject to the 3-minute time limit and must include the commenter's name and address. So do we have any public comments for the people in the room? How about online?
Yes, sir. We
Yes.
have a comment from Joanne Amavong, located at 133 North Pennock Avenue in Upper Darby.
Okay.
The comment was received on the 20th via email regarding a general comment. Comment reads, "I had the pleasure last week to see my 5th and last child graduate from Upper Darby High School. While for the most part it was a very nice ceremony, including the amazing speeches by the students and the encouraging and passionate speeches by administrators, I would like to submit a few suggestions on how to make this experience more enjoyable to graduates and parents." Excuse me. When the last students received their diplomas and walked back to their seats, a cheer came up from the crowd, drowning out the reading of the names. The problem is that those reading the names were just talking to read the quote-unquote W names. This is an ongoing problem with our graduations. It happens every year. Simple solution, kids are waiting in the wings as they do, and they call 4 names and those 4 go up. Then they call the next 4 and those kids go up. The kids should walk around, the kids should walk toward the podium when their names are called, not before. I don't understand what the rush is. They still must read all the names. You're not saving any time by doing it this way. Further, for people who can't see well, at least they would be alerted that their child was up next. Most kids were already back in their seats before their names were called. It is 2023. Why are you not using split-screen technology so you can show 4 kids at a time getting diplomas? We didn't want to see them walking down the steps looking at the floor. We wanted to see them get the diploma. It almost seems as though you do this so we are forced to buy the photos from Barksdale. This is unfair to parents. I have emailed these same concerns to the school board in 2019 and I get ignored. I begged for the split screen in 2021 and we all know what happened then. None of us got to see our kids graduate because you would not do a proper live stream. Please pay attention to these important details. End of comment.
Thank you, Ms. Buford. Are there any other online comments?
No, sir, there are no more comments.
Thank you very much for reading that.
Sure.
A motion is in order for the adjournment of the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Have a good night, everyone. Please stay cool.